JKB back with another episode, and today you're watching Video Game Overload. What is that? Well, I've decided I get so much stuff sent to me from companies and sometimes amazing things from viewers, this right here, and things that I've personally ordered myself, so I wanted to show off that stuff in an episode. So I'll be showing off games and t-shirts and magic cards and books and novels and amazing video game nostalgia pieces and Cheddar Goblins. But there's one other thing in this episode that I need to show off first and foremost, and that is this desk. What you're looking at is a desk from FlexiSpot. FlexiSpot makes tons of different mechanical desks, but they sent me one in particular to try out on the show. And let me just say, after using it for the last week, I wanted to put some time and some effort into talking about this. It's not a review and it's not a sponsored video. They simply sent it to me and they said, well, here's a link as well to the viewers that will get 15% off their orders, and it also helps out my show. And I thought, cool, yeah, I'll put that link in the underbar. So if you're interested by the end of this video in a stand-up mechanical desk that can be switched to a sit-down desk, definitely click that link and save $15 off your order. Now let me get into what I've done with the desk. Let me just be completely transparent with you guys. I was worried about the desk when it was coming because I didn't know the company. I didn't know how sturdy this thing would feel. I didn't know if it would hold my crazy equipment. I've got synth keyboards and my iMac, which I use for a studio. I do video editing standing up with my laptop, got magic cards, all sorts of things can be done at the desk. Sitting down, I thought standing up's gonna be weird, but no. I was actually looking into mechanical desks when this thing showed up because I have back issues from sitting at my other desk and editing almost every single day. So having a stand-up desk was like a blessing in disguise. I just got back into magic cards, so being able to stand up here and basically open packs and put them into binders without kind of like hunched over the desk looking down at them was unbelievable. And I'm not just saying that because they sent the desk and, you know, it supports the show if you buy one. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the fact that I've had back pain for a long time sitting in that chair, sitting down, and to be able to stand up and do things like edit on a laptop, deal with my magic cards, or even shoot the show standing up and have a desk in front of me, it's been a real crazy experience. Now, the desk showed up in two pieces, or I should say two boxes, with the top and the two legs. The legs already have the mechanical parts in them, so there's no real technical know-how here. You have to plug a few different things in and drill the top of the desk down to the legs, and that was quite simple. I think anybody can do that. There's a button on the front that you push to raise and lower the desk based on what you want to do at the time. And let me just say, it's very smooth transitioning between the higher, well, this is high as it gets, the high spot and the low spot where you'll be sitting. And I feel like I am blessed to get something like this from a company that just reached out to me. So I wanted to show it off in the video. And once again, this isn't a sponsored video. If you're interested, link in the underbar to FlexiSpot and use the link below and get $15 off your order. And also it does support the show. So if you're looking for something to keep you healthy during, you know, these ridiculous times, FlexiSpot makes all kinds of desks over on their website. Go check it out, link in the underbar, and you'll see this desk in all future episodes of JKB. And I want to thank them for making this possible, because I can now sit down and record, stand up and record, and I don't have to worry about this thing falling over or anything like that. It is very well made. So let's get into, and I'm super excited to have this now. Let's get into the episode and I'll show you off everything that was sent over the last couple of months. Now, the first thing I want to show off is a gift that came in a package for my birthday, and my girlfriend bought me this stuff, and this is ridiculous because I had been talking about this for quite some time and showing her the video of Cheddar Goblin, and for some odd reason she remembered that, and Cheddar Goblin showed up. Now, what is Cheddar Goblin? Well, he's a goblin that essentially pukes out macaroni and cheese on children And this is Cheddar Goblin himself, and he's got little pieces of macaroni coming out of his mouth because he's about to puke up a delicious dinner. I can't believe I own this thing. It's very hard to find it now, so thank you so much to my girlfriend for giving me Cheddar Goblin. And if you're wondering what Cheddar Goblin really is from, let me just say it's from a Nicolas Cage movie called Mandy, and I'll let you figure that out on your own, and you have to go see the Cheddar Goblin commercial that's within the movie Mandy. Trust me, it is ridiculous. If you're into Tim and Eric, this thing right here is amazing, and I can't believe I own one. I also got some t-shirts ordered that, I mean, are just perfect for me. This is my Pet Sematary shirt that just showed up. Now, this is based on the Stephen King novel itself, not the film. That's why the cat isn't the same. People are going to be like, well, that's not the cat from the movie. Well, no, it isn't. It's from the novel. And then I also got another amazing shirt, Jason Voorhees. This was something I right away was super excited about because I'm a huge fan of Friday the 13th. And last but not least, this one is incredible. Beetlejuice. 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 Ugh. Growing up with Tim Burton, Beetlejuice movies was amazing. So thank you to my girlfriend for Cheddar Goblin and the t-shirts. She also got me a little magnet from Beetlejuice. Those are all amazing items. So my birthday is coming up on February 17th. So if you'd like to send me some cake, I'd appreciate that. Now, the next two items I want to show off are from Limited Run and also Xseed. Now, Xseed didn't send me this. I purchased it myself, but Ys Origins for the Nintendo Switch came out on Limited Run Games, and this is a game that was highly recommended to me, as well as Memories of Salsetta from Johnny Millennium over at Happy Console Gamer, and he got me into RPGs in a way I never thought I would get into them. And having Ys Origins on the Switch is unbelievable, especially if you're into a dungeon crawling sort of, hack and slash, do it again, collect XP and do it again and fight enemies over and over again. That is really what Ys is really about, and upgrading your weapons and getting new abilities and pulling off these crazy combos. This right here, haven't experienced this yet, but he highly recommended it in one of his, I think, end of the year videos. And Ys Origins is a cheap game to get on the eShop, and it really will itch that sort of RPG itch that you get when you just want to jump into a level, kill some enemies, run around a dungeon, and figure out some little puzzles here and there. These games really are designed for that. And yeah, there's a kooky story in Ys Origins that I don't really understand quite yet, but I'm getting into it. Next up is something that is super special to me, and I don't want to disclose who gave this to me because it was a viewer of the show, and I'm not sure if he wants anybody to know who it was, but you know who you are. This is ridiculous. Somebody reached out to me on Instagram maybe about 6 or 7 months ago and basically said, I really appreciate what you do on the show, and I want to send you something. And they were like, how about I send you like Resident Evil 3? And I was like, oh my god, thanks, man. That's amazing. So I didn't really think anything about it, and Resident Evil 3 never showed up. And I thought, okay, that's fine. I mean, I don't expect anything from you guys. So I come into the house maybe like 2 days ago, and I'm looking at this package, and it's from Gamer Nostalgia, and I have no idea where this is from, who sent this, and I open it, and it is one of the most incredible things I've ever received on the show. It's this sort of, what would you call these? I think they're called shadow boxes when they're in frames, but when you're holding them in your hand, there's a technical name for them, like diorama or something like that. Maybe I'm right, maybe I'm wrong, probably wrong. Got learning disabilities, but this is incredible. This is the scene from my favorite game of all time, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. This is where you pull the Master Sword out of the stone, and it's done in this amazing sort of like 3D pixel art where they've cut out the different layers and pasted them onto little, pieces of plastic and recreated the scene in a 3D effect. And I mean, it is ridiculous to have something like this. So I want to thank the person who sent this to me. I really, really do appreciate it. And I mean, it means a lot to me. All right, so the PlayStation 5 came out, and I didn't review this on the show, but I definitely do have Demon's Souls. Not just the game, but inside of me. This right here is one of the best remakes I think I've ever played. Graphically, it is unbelievable on the PlayStation 5. It is a game that is designed to put you through the paces. And what I mean by that is you start the game thinking it's going to be difficult. Then you overcome an obstacle in the game, such as killing a bunch of enemies that are super difficult to defeat. Once you do that, you think, oh, I've got this game, until you run into the next level and realize, no, it gets harder. So you're like, wait a minute, I gotta learn this again. I gotta have patience again, and you keep going through these steps, and it's so rewarding. It is ridiculous. So I went on this kick of, Souls-like games, and of course I picked up, I had to, the remaster of Dark Souls. Then I had to pick up, of course, Dark Souls 2, and of course, well, take a wild guess, Dark Souls 3. The reason I'm going through these games is because I really feel like you get a rewarding sensation from these games that you just don't get in any other games out there. When you defeat a boss in any of these games, I should point out also, I downloaded Bloodborne on my PlayStation 5 to experience pain and suffering as well. But like, I also got Code Vein, which is another one which a lot of people say is just basically the anime version of Dark Souls, and in many ways it can be described as the anime version of Dark Souls, but I do like the customization of the characters in this a lot more than Dark Souls, because Dark Souls kind of feels sort of limited now. It's sort of dated, of course, but in Demon's Souls, man, those graphics look good. And of course there's a spiritual successor, I totally forget the name of it, coming out from the same company that released this, Bandai Namco. Man, that's a hard thing to say, but Code Vein, anime version of it. I really, man, I love these games. I love the feeling and the reward that you just get from killing a boss, and especially in, Demon's Souls on the PS5. When you defeat a boss in this game, wow. How many of you out there are into these Souls-like games? And do you get the same sensation as me? Do you feel like you've accomplished something when you defeat an enemy in the game? Let me know in the comments below. And that is basically everything I wanted to show off in this episode of Video Game Overload. I still have a lot of things to show you, which I'll show you in the next episode of Video Game Overload. Let me know what you think of this new idea I'm doing on the show, and let me know what you've picked up recently. And I'll see you guys on the next episode of JKB.